Sleek beachfront hotels in Acapulco now in ruins after Hurricane Otis ravaged the area.
We are living in a very difficult situation, and help has not arrived.
It's the strongest storm ever to make landfall on Mexico's Pacific coast, and the popular tourist destination, home to nearly 1 million people, now struggling to recover. The death toll jumping to 45 people, according to the state's governor, with dozens more still missing. Military officials saying dozens of boats sank and still more washed up on the shore. The marina completely devastated.
We tried to save the boats, but with these winds, we were unable to save any of them. They were big yachts, about 80 feet. They all disappeared.
Now, frustration with the government's response growing as residents say they're left to fend for themselves. Many flocking to makeshift shelters, lining up for hours for a chance to get food and water.
The government should help us with food. I only see that they are just patrolling. They should bring food and water.
Stores looted out of desperation for basic necessities. This woman pleading for help from the international community.
We don't have anything anymore. They looted everything. Not all of us looted. We really need help. There's nobody here.
The government saying 6,500 soldiers are working to keep the peace and help with the aid. Otis's rapid transition from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane happened in just 12 hours, leaving Acapulco residents with little time to prepare. Winds gusting up to 165 miles per hour. The Mexican president detailing that not a single power line remains standing in the affected areas. This morning telling the country helicopters are being used to bring in new utility poles and get the power running as soon as possible, with the president also announcing a tanker carrying gasoline has arrived to help with the fuel shortage. But that will be just another early step in a long rebuilding process, with the cost of the destruction potentially reaching $15 billion. Just as this community's core tourist season approaches, the Mexican Hotel Association telling the Associated Press 80% of the hotels in the area have been damaged.
Guad is joining us now. It's horrific to think about this, Guad, and to see the damage here, to think about not a single power line still standing, right? The airport was damaged, too. So for a long time, the only way in and out since this storm hit was by a highway that was still getting fixed because of the damage, right? So where do things stand now with people being able to access not just the road, that highway, but being able to get on a plane if they needed to?
Hallie, and this is also because of where it's located. Acapulco is on the coast, surrounded by mountains, so that highway was the only way in and out for a few days. A lot of the tourists initially had to get bussed out, so federal efforts have been on getting that airport repaired, both the terminal and the control tower. Now, as of this morning, the press conference held by the president announced that the repairs have been made. They have been getting some commercial flights in and out during the day to evacuate a lot of the tourists. So one, they say all of them have been evacuated, and they expect everything to be back to normal at the airport by Wednesday, even with night flights, because they'll have all the power. And just today, they expect 6 commercial flights. So good news as things go back to normal at the airport, Hallie.
Yeah, a bit of a glimmer of hope there. Guad Venegas, thank you very much for that reporting.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.